In production since 1993, initially as a badge-engineered midsize SUV based on the Isuzu Rodeo, the Honda Passport has been a staple of the Japanese automaker's US lineup for 3 decades already. The Honda Passport was the company's first endeavor into the luxuriant SUV market of 1990s America, and the first and second generations were produced outside of Honda factories by Subaru Isuzu Automotive in Lafayette, Indiana. Interestingly, it got its name from the motorcycle division, reusing the moniker of the Honda C75 Passport, and, curiously, the other candidates were Elsinore and Odyssey, with the latter making its way on the market as the company's minivan. Another little-known fact outside of Honda fandom is that the Honda-developed Pilot 3-row crossover SUV introduced in 2002 initially led to the discontinuation of the Passport and the end of the partnership with Isuzu because the carmaker didn't think those two could easily coexist without cannibalizing sales. As it turns out, in late 2018, Honda announced the return of the Passport moniker for a classic 2-row midsize crossover SUV configuration produced at Honda's factory in Lincoln, Alabama. A few years later, the Honda Pilot has already reached its 4th generation, even though it's much younger than the Passport. Meanwhile, the smaller but costlier Passport, a 2024 Pilot, starts from $37,000 while the Passport is at least $41,900, was continuously upgraded over the past couple of model years. For example, the 2022 MY was facelifted, and Honda introduced the first-ever Trail Sport grade. The 2023 MY welcomed standard AWD across the board, and for 2024, the new Black Edition trim sports an MSRP that's over $49,000 with the destination included. However, some people still think that Honda's Passport needs a redesign. And some of them can also do something about it as they take matters into their own hands, or rather, at the tip of their CGI brush. For example, the good folks from the Automegs Pro channel on YouTube have some AI-assisted CGI thoughts about an all-new variant for the Honda Passport that could set it apart from the pack, a refreshed 2025 Honda Passport Hybrid. The resident Pixel Master is responsible for the digital project's looks. At the same time, the host talks about the unofficial details. If we are to believe them, a mild hybrid system could become the norm starting with the 2025 MY. Alas, let us push the envelope even further. If you like the looks of these hypothetical Passport CUVs, one features a more rugged design and full-width LED taillights while the other is more in tune with the current OEM styling, maybe we should also take the powertrain to the next level. So, how about a 2025 Honda Passport Hybrid sporting Accord's 2.0-liter electrified setup with 204 horsepower or even a little more if Honda engineers devise a series of upgrades?